All right, we are on the live here, guys. Deb Prez is both of us. My name's Matt. That's my partner, Nick. We're going to be here with you guys for the next half hour or so, going over a bunch of college games that have already went down as we are currently getting into the slate, and then we have a bunch tonight. What's up, Nick?
What's going on? I'm pumped for college basketball to be back. We already started killing it, which is a great start. What we already had, Ohio State first half, Oklahoma first half. So, yeah, I think we're getting some echo over there, Matt.
Yeah, it's been a good start for sure, but we have to get into a bunch more games tonight. Yeah, wait, is it better now?
Yeah, it should be.
I think I had two StreamYards open. Oakland first half, like you alluded to, Nick, and then that first half under with Ohio State and Akron. Ohio State actually almost lost that game. Pretty crazy finish there. If you guys did watch that, Ohio State last second basket to get that win. Earlier we were on with Slam, the bookie, and he called an Akron outright upset. It was plus 800, so pretty close on that one.
Dude, I was Oakland plus the points first half against West Virginia was literally the first bet I liked in this whole slate. Like a week ago, before there was even lines out, I looked at it and I was just like, whatever number that is, I'm taking it just because West Virginia is just one of those teams that comes out, I feel like always comes out so slow. Like not even anything against a specific team, just in general on the season. And Oakland was actually like not even that bad last year. And I think they returned a lot of the same guys. So, I mean, that was a big one. That was honestly a lot of fun to watch. I tuned into that game. Right now, I'm unfortunately tuned into the Kansas-Michigan State game. They're scoring 1 million points. Me and Matt got the under, which, isn't ideal, but
a lot of never know.
Played. A lot of game left to be played.
The under is never, ever dead. Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy game. Now we're talking about Oakland. Nick and I were just talking about how first half is better to take the dogs because I just looked at the Oakland score now. They're down like 16 or something. So that's why, with a lot of dogs, we're both big first half bettors on dogs and even unders. I feel like we usually go first half, not full game, because the last like 3 minutes of college basketball, it's just fouls every game. So we're going to be, watching some live stream games also, guys. So make sure if you want to leave any comments, if you have any questions on games to go over tonight, Nick and I will get as it's not ideal, like you said. Watching an under just isn't fun because you're just rooting for bad results constantly.
I mean, yeah, some people say that. It sounds kind of boring, but I kind of lean the other way. I feel like you can cheer for good defense. It's not as fun as good offense. I mean, it is boring to root for like a slow pace, but I don't know. Yeah, I take money where I see it. Simple as that.
Right. I'm with you there. Yeah, so just going over the games, the big one, obviously, right now, as we are on the live stream, we got Kansas and Michigan State. Kansas pulling away a little bit. Every time they go on a run, Sparty's had an answer, not there. Up 8. You think Kansas covers this? They closed at -4.5.
I feel like no, just because this is the type of game where they have had that they've had that separation. So it just has all the makings of a heartbreaker for all my Kansas bettors out there. I am not one of them. I didn't touch any side on this game, but that's the vibe I'm getting here.
Little late comeback for Sparty that might mix it up a little bit. All right, so early on, like I said, Ohio State, I guess, was the closest one to an upset. Most of the big favorites seem like they took care of business. Villanova, big win. Most of the other big favorites right now, Oregon, they're all ahead. Do we see any late night games that you like, Nick? Any upsets? Also, we got your team, Dixie State, going against Gonzaga.
Dixie State was my team all last year. We were riding them for a nice little stretch there, and they were winning us some money. Nothing official here, but just some leans I was looking at. I definitely was want to be all over that this could be a free play. So from my viewers out there, just keep that in mind. I love the St. Mary's Prairie first half under. That St. Mary's team is just the best for unders. We watched it last year. It's going to carry over into this year. They're just a slow, boring team, and they're probably going to stay that way.
Yeah,
that goes into that one.
Yeah, I mean, when we saw that one, I was high on that one as well. Simply, you made a lot of points about the pace that St. Mary's plays with, but looking good on that under as well. But some big spreads tonight to go over. Dixie State still at their 40-point underdog. I think Gonzaga will cover that. I mean, yeah, it looks crazy at the moment, but they're the best team in the country for a reason. And then we got Texas laying 38 tonight as well. So some of these top tier teams, I mean, they're just getting a ton of points, but the action doesn't stop. I mean, we got games all night long. The last one being the Cinderella story team last year, UCLA. Not so much this year. They're ranked number 2 in the country. They're going to lay 13 tonight at home. Maybe we see of these dogs. Do you think any of them, the big dogs, do you think any of them can cover?
Um, yeah, I mean, that we already went over this. I'm a Dixie State dude again in this Gonzaga game. I'm leaning first half.
With Dixie State?
I think it's plus 24. If I had to pick a side in that game, I'll definitely go there. Actually, one thing I was looking at is that over and under in the first half of that game is like 85, which is crazy. That's a lot of points.
Right.
Obviously, Gonzaga can score, but it's just a lot, something to look at. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I want to say Texas, but that's biased because I'm Texas. All on them to go and win the championship. Sorry, they were cutting out.
I think I lost you for a sec there, Nick. But yeah, definitely a couple games. No, I got you back now. Definitely a couple games to keep an eye on those late slates. It just doesn't stop today. I was texting you earlier, like I'm having trouble keeping up with the games because they just keep going. Sometimes you even forget the start time of these games. They just keep going on and on and on all night long. So it's like a college basketball Christmas morning for our big fans of college basketball. How about the Kentucky Duke game? We're both high on Kentucky here.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are you thinking in this one? We've seen some late line movement to Duke. Now they're up to -3, but I'm still feeling good about the Wildcats. What is your thoughts on this one?
I mean, we've both been on the Wildcats for a little bit now. We're just kind of waiting for lines to drop, odds to drop. Big Kentucky guy. I just love their team. I know it's a lot of young guys, but I mean, Calipari always brings it. Obviously, Coach K does as well. But, I just love what they're bringing. I think they're going to outscore them. I think they're going to run the court, and I think they're definitely going to win. Not to say it's not going to be a close one. I think it'll be a battle back and forth. It'll definitely be a crazy sweat. So that should be fun. That should be exciting. But I think Kentucky can definitely come out with this one on top. But I'm excited for this one. It should be fun.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I think that this will be a really back and forth type of game. Kentucky went crazy in the portal this year, as we mentioned. They brought in some really big time players. So biggest advantage I think Kentucky has here is they do have the experience, whereas some of these other teams, Kentucky teams, we're used to seeing them start, 5 freshmen. The only freshman that they should be starting tonight will be Ty Washington. So they're going to be very experienced via the portal. That's going to give them a chance to take care of business tonight. So I like getting them as a dog, and we know the trend with these, big first 2 games. It's been one favorite, one dog. So I'm hoping that we see Kansas fend off the Sparties here, cover this thing, and then we get the dog tonight on Kansas. But yeah, I mean, Alabama, Louisiana Tech's another one I wanted to hit on because I was a little surprised. Obviously Bama had a few guys move on. They lost Tom Petty via graduation, and then Herb Jones, he was drafted, but they still bring back a pretty good roster here. Come into the season ranked 14th. I'm a little surprised they're only an 11.5 point favorite here. I know Louisiana Tech's a solid team. They're a very experienced team. I actually like Louisiana Tech here in this game. What's your thoughts on this Bama team this season, Nick?
Bama's honestly a team I haven't looked at a lot. I don't know much about them. I'm excited to watch them just because they were super exciting last year. Did they return most of their guys?
No, that's what I was saying. So Petty left, Herb Jones left.
I know Herb Jones left. They both. What was
Shaq, Shaq, I think he described. I guess he was just a. He looks like he was 40 when he played, so I think he was on.
I didn't know if he made it.
Yeah, I don't know where. Maybe internationally. Don't think he was drafted up to any team, but yeah, I mean, I like Nate Oates a lot. I think that he's a really good coach, and he's kind of flipped them back to being a well-respected team. So I'm excited to see Bama this year because I think the SEC is a little more open this season. Obviously, Kentucky is going to be up there, and we're going to see.
Last year, he was just nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty wide open this season, especially compared to the last few seasons. So I think it'll be an exciting season for Bama, but I do not think that they cover this spread tonight. I just think that the number's off to me, and it's making me flip a little bit here on the other side of things. So we'll just reset the room. Also, guys, this episode that we're doing now is sponsored by Book It Sports. So make sure you guys download the Book It Sports app. We are brand new to it, so we just created our account yesterday. Make sure you guys follow us. Nick and I will be dropping a bunch of picks throughout this week, especially college basketball, just free on the app. All you got to do is sign up. You don't have to do anything too fancy. We'll post them right up. So it should be pretty easy for you guys to access. I just got a question there in the comments about Texas tonight. Just asking kind of about Texas this season. I know I'm super high on Texas. We took them, Nick, for a couple futures to win the Big 12 and also a long shot to win the national championship. Obviously, their odds there of winning a college basketball championship are always super high, but they went crazy in the transfer portal as well. They also returned, a couple of really, really good starters for them. What is your thoughts on? I know we're both very high on them, but Texas this season and tonight, they wanted to know: do they cover 38? That's a big number, but what do you think about them? I think it was. Did I lose you, Nick, for a sec?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I lost you for a sec, but you're back live.
All right, cool. Yeah, you're echoing a little bit. You're talking about? Yeah, I mean, I was already. I think that's actually the first time I cut out. I was talking about Texas, so I guess you guys don't want to hear me talk about Texas. But, huge on Texas. Was last year, still am this year. As a lot of people know, a lot of our clients, we have a future on them. Actually, I think a couple futures on them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm huge on them. I mean, they're returning my boy Ramsey. Love that dude. He was the best for us last year. He was always bowing us out of big bets.
Mm-hmm. What's
their line tonight? It's
minus 38. So I mean, they are they're super heavy favorites tonight. So expectations high. I mean, you're more of a big number guy than me. I'm not typical on laying massive numbers. Now Kansas is opening it up here, 69-54. So it looks like that one's going to get away from Sparty here. So hopefully that'll give us a.
That's good for us in our Kentucky bet.
Yeah, under though that's gonna be gone by like the 7-minute mark. That wasn't ideal.
Yeah. You see, it started slow, and then they started going off, and they just kind of never stopped.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Though, I think the first half went over by 2, on a late. I think there was a foul shot, and then a late layup. But yeah, full game unders in college. I'm such a bigger fan of going first half,
Yes, I just love first half bets in college. I feel like they're a lot easier to predict, especially for underdogs and stuff. Underdogs hang around, those fat spreads that we're seeing right now with these games. Underdogs will hang around for a half, but then as you can see with a lot of these games, the we were just talking about one, but I forget which one it was, honestly. Mm-hmm. The better team obviously just takes control and just starts frying them the second half. So yeah, I'm all about half dogs, full game favorites. That's the strategy.
Yeah. That's usually what I'm with you there, especially for dogs and unders. I mean, I just I think it's a lot better to go first half if you like a dog or the under. We got to hope that that Oregon here we're on a minus 21, Nick. They're up 75-51. according to ESPN, but
And,
according to Google, they're up 73-53. I don't know who to believe. I hope ESPN's right, but that means they're up 24 right now. That'll get those big spreads, though. You're sweating them the whole game, right? Because you can't blow a team. You can blow a team out and maybe let off the gas. There's like last 2 minutes, so it always gets a little sketchy late in the game with those big spreads. But getting back to that question, guys, that we had about Texas, and again, feel free to comment any questions. Just hanging out with my partner here, Nick, for a little bit of time here till the Michigan State and Kansas game goes final. Doesn't look like there's going to be a ton of drama here in this one late for the total or spread, but there's still 9 minutes to go, so Sparty could get on a run. But the Texas game, man, I mean, I think that tonight is a night where they do cover that number. And then, moving forward in the season, we've just mentioned how high we are on Texas. And I know they got one of your favorite players in Marcus Carr, who was a standout at Minnesota. Obviously, he was probably, I'd say him or Remy Martin, who obviously ended up at Kansas. They were probably the top two transfer portal guys, right, in terms of value. And Carr ends up at Texas. So, I mean, they're just going to be an exciting team to watch this season. It should be a lot of fun to see how they play. Getting to another question, guys, we just got about Navy and Virginia. We know every year, Nick, I think I lost you again there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to need to get my shit together before the next live stream, I guess.
No, you're good. It's just and out, but we got a question here, Nick, about Navy and Virginia. The over-under, somebody asked, do we ride the Virginia under wave again? Well, tonight it's 121. Virginia, again, they're currently ranked 25th. So, they're going to be a good team again against Navy, who's not going to be a great offensive team. What do you think about kicking off the season with a Virginia under sweat at 121? It's low, but it's low for a reason.
I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say I was looking at it. I mean, how could you not, a Virginia under? But, I mean, that's just – those are hard because they're so low. Like, I'm all about taking a good under, but 120 is just crazy. Like, that means – what are we thinking for that final score? Like,
well, we could see the team totals because, I mean, the Virginia – Virginia's only a 15-point. See, the thing with laying a big number with Virginia is they play so slow, right, that it's hard to trust that they'll get the correct amount of possessions to cover. So, I don't have a read on that one, to tell you the truth, so I don't want to give information without obviously, addressing the game properly. But like you said, Nick, it's never a bad idea to go to a West Virginia under by any means. So if you're feeling that, if you want to sweat a little bit, maybe you ride that out tonight. So yeah, but we're just gonna maybe project that one out. You see the lines currently moving a little bit back in Kentucky's favor now. I saw them drop back to 2.5. So some late movement coming in there on Kentucky. Let's look at the late games, Nick. The 11 o'clock. You and I are on the East Coast, so
I don't know what you're watching right now, Matt, but I would definitely choose the St. Bonaventure's game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone watching or if followers have it, but I saw a lot of people on Twitter riding St. Bonaventure. Looks like it might be a sweat.
What? Yeah. What's that score currently at? I lost that game. Let's see if I can get that back. St. Bonnie's.
Hear me?
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. The St. Bonnie's game. Yeah. That definitely will get sweaty there late. In terms of the spread, I don't know what the final. I don't know what it closed at. That's what I was trying to find.
Looking at that. I don't know what it closed at either, but I was definitely looking at it earlier.
Yeah, well, Bonnie's is an interesting team. I mean, it's kind of a good segue into that. Obviously, they're pretty heavy favorites here to win the A10 this year. They returned a lot of that roster, so they're going to be a good team.
Yeah, I mean, they're returning all 5 starters, right?
Yes, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, so I mean
that's huge. I mean, they were already really good last year. Returning all 5 starters is huge. Obviously, I think they're the type of team that could really upset some teams in the tournament. Obviously, it's a long ways away. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But they just have all the makings. It's always experienced teams that are going up upsetting people. And at this point, I don't know if it's that much of an upset. Like they're a great team. They can definitely.
No, I'm with you there. Checking in on our Oregon bet, Nick. Now we're sweating again because we're back down to 20, and we need that 22.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be sweating that one.
I just tried to tune into that. I couldn't find it.
I think it's a Pac-12
that makes sense.
network, and I don't. Those games are always kind of tough to find with. Yeah, I hate that. I just those big ones, man. Those big spreads. You can never feel comfortable with with them until they go final.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's really very situational. Like you can't just say like you don't like big lines because like obviously it depends on the teams playing. So there's value, where you see value, you got to take it.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish I could watch this Oregon game though, especially if it's going to be a sweat.
It will be a sweat. Yeah, it's on the Pac-12 network.
20 with 3 minutes left. Does that sound right?
20. Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm.
Oh, you got a live stream?
No. I'm literally just like going old school, just refreshing the shit out of ESPN. Actually, I'm about to start refreshing the shit out of a Book It.
It's worse. It's worse watching on an app, in my opinion, when you have like a side. I like it when I have a total, especially an under. But when you have a side, I don't know why I'm not a fan of watching games. College basketball is weird with a lot of apps too because it takes so long for it to go in. But yeah, check it out on the Book It app. Probably quicker than the other apps that we got here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see this total here, Nick. 71. All right, so we're at 129. So we would I think it's gonna go way over.
Nah, it's gonna fly over.
Yeah, they need 11 points in 7 minutes. I'm hoping Michigan State can make it interesting here. We want to see a good game. It's back to 12. Still 7 minutes to go. So Sparty's got some time here if they can make something happen. They couldn't defend tonight at all. I was surprised with how good Kansas looked offensively. I thought it might take them a little time to get into a flow with Remy Martin running it. And, they didn't have Jalen Wilson tonight. He's suspended for the first few games of the season. So interesting to see how that will play out. But
yeah, I was cutting out earlier, which is annoying. But earlier when you're talking about big transfers, you think Remy Martin and Marcus Carr transfers were just like equivalent, like for just as big?
Yeah, I would say so. I think they play like a little bit of a different role. I mean, Martin was actually in the eyes of the Big 12. He was projected Player of the Year in the Big 12. So I guess he's seen a little bit higher than Carr, but I actually am in the opinion of Carr being a little bit of a better player. I think Remy Martin's a bit overrated. Like, don't get me wrong, I think he's a great player, but I think a bit overrated in that regard. He's going to be Kansas's best player. And I mean, hey, it's one game, but coming into the season, I was a little surprised Kansas was ranked over Texas.
Yeah,
but they're showing why tonight.
I was actually just about to say that. I mean, aside from what we were already talking about, I think Marcus Carr is definitely the better player. Honestly, the dude's so much fun to watch. He can literally score whenever he wants. It seems like, which is the best type of players to watch. But yeah, I was shocked by that too. I'm thinking maybe if anything, it's because Texas is a bunch of transfers, so it might take a little bit to mesh or something like that.
Right, could take some time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was surprised that Kansas was ranked ahead of them.
Yeah, I am with you there. Not looking good for us on the Ducks, Nick. Looking like a late heartbreak for the Oregon Ducks.
You got score at? I got 79-58.
See, I have 79-62. So I wish yours was right.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think I'm just a little behind.
So yeah, it's over. That's a tough one to lose.
That is a tough one. I really thought we had that one, but we started hot, so it's all right.
Tough one to take. So yeah, I mean we'll start out pretty level on the day. We'll need some late ones to come through, but the first day it's always just a ton of games, So you just kind of got to stay the course, especially college basketball. You can't put too much into a player too because it's a long day.
That where's Trent? I don't know if I'm seeing that a little late. So I don't know where Trent's at. He's probably sweating out his Citadel bet. I don't know if that is over yet or what. But hopefully we can get him on here one of these days. Hop on with us, talk some football, some basketball, whatever it may be. But yeah, hopefully we can get him on here soon.
Trent's Citadel bet was actually a lock. They ended up winning or are winning by like 20.
They're up by 20. Weren't they playing Pitt?
Yeah, they were a dog too.
Wow.
Look at this. I hate Oregon. They're going to win by 19.
I mean, that's just so typical.
The game's so close. Wait, 20. 83-64. There's only 36 seconds. See,
wait,
they
I
were
have-
dribble.
I have them up by wait, yeah, never mind. Yeah, we probably missed on that one. Damn.
Yeah, because they'll run the clock out. It was, what was it, 70?
They're rolling with the Bonnies. They're smoking them. They're almost up by like 20 something. Like a minute left.
Yeah, Bonnie's was?
Yeah, I liked Bonnie's too. I didn't pull trig on actually taking it. It was just a lean.
So,
One in my heart. I love the Bonnies.
yes, St. Bonnie's they're a fun team to watch. And they'll be really good this year. So
Yeah.
should be fun to watch them.
If anyone watching has any comments, definitely drop them. We're just here kind of bullshitting, watching the games, talking some bets on this huge, loaded CBB slate. We'd love to chat with you guys, so definitely drop any questions, any games we should tune into even. I'm sitting here watching the end of a 30-point game, so I could use another game to tune into for sure.
Oh.
How's that? Is Kansas still blowing out Michigan State? That's not getting close, is it?
Nah, yeah, still it's 14 right now. So Kansas is pretty they've extended it pretty good there on them. And they ended up Oregon won by 17, so close one, but no cigar there for the boys. Checking out these other games right now. I don't think we have anything else in action, Nick, right now other than we got some late night games that we'll have to get to. We'll have to get out. Hopefully soon enough, get those wins.
Wait, Matt, I don't know if you saw. Did you see one of the women's college basketball teams was up by like 60 some points at halftime today?
At half?
Yeah, I don't know if I swear I came across it on like Twitter or something like that.
I believe it. I missed that one. I started betting a little bit of college, women's college last year, just for fun, not in any serious nature. I don't know nearly enough about it. Chicago State's up at half by 1 point.
Dude, I can't wait to get back on the Chicago State fade train when they start playing good teams. It's the best.
It might be good this year. Yeah, St. Bonnie's blew them out. Siena.
You know damn well they're not going to be good this year. We both watched them plenty of games last year. Watched them in absolutely.
You never know. All right, let's see, because now I got to see here.
And our other team that we faded a bunch last year before they called their season is on. What was it, Mississippi Valley State?
Yes. Yeah, they were a great fade also. They were a very, very good fade for us last season. That was
they're down by 41 at halftime.
Miss Valley?
Yep, St. John's beat them by 41 at half.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, the Delta Devils, all-time fade. They might be the worst team ever. If anyone from the Delta Devils tunes into this, I'm sorry.
41. That's it. That's just absurd to me.
The line, for the whole game, I think was 44 and a half, if I'm not mistaken. So that's nuts.
Yes, that's very crazy.
I don't know who in the right mind would take that team plus the points, but if I had them first half plus damn near 30 points and they're getting smoked like this, I would be so pissed.
And I would not be happy about that. Let's see. Yeah, so I guess we're really out of action at this point for our cards because we only have we only have. So we started with a 2-2 college basketball with the early slate. because Oregon.
To drop the second two, which hurts.
Yeah,
A little bit worse.
we were feeling immaculate, and then now we're even. As we're sad now, but trying to see the score there. Jesus Christ, 59-18 St. John's. But yeah, so I mean, Kentucky will get us back if we can grab them. And then, well, like you said, we'll have that first half under late night play with St. Mary's also. Try and get on the St. Mary's train. Hopefully, they play at that ridiculously slow pace, and we can cash that in.
Yeah, you know it's a real blast from the past. I was thinking about the other day. I was watching the Spurs game, and Jock Landale was getting some minutes. And remember how good that dude used to be at St. Mary's like years back?
Yeah, he was in the NBL last year with the Australian League, which I got really into, and he was the
Guys,
he was the best player. He was the best player in the NBL actually. So he was, yeah, he was legit. Like you said, though, also in college, he was a very good player. So
dude, he
not
was
shocked to see him. I hope he gets some minutes, but they're his first year over, and they're a fairly deep team as well as far as their bench is concerned. So we'll have to see how that ends up. But
Spurs are missing Pirtle right now. I think he's out for a couple weeks.
oh, so that's probably getting that'll get his tick up a little bit.
Up, I'm excited for that. I'll be tuning in.
See how he'll perform. He's been playing well. He's been real good so far for OKC. He's been I think he's been not a little bit of a surprise, but like in a way a little bit of a surprise there for them early in the season. So he's been fun to watch. Overall how he's kind of adapted quick. He's a phenomenal passer, and he's as good of a rebounder too. So his scoring will take a little bit of time, I think, but other than that, yeah, he's been real good so far in the season for the Thunder. Definitely has been a big surprise. But yeah, coming out from the NBL, I think a lot of people were a little skeptical of him, and he's been great so far.
Now he's awesome. I loved him in the NBL, and I honestly was a little skeptical of his game. I didn't know if he'd be good, but it's translating well. He's like making a splash, which could be a little bit due to the fact the Thunder kind of lack talent. I don't want to take anything away from him; he is killing it, but you don't really know if he'd be looking the same way if he was on like a better team,
right?
Thing. But I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the kid. He is balling out, and I like him a lot. Always coming up on my TikTok feed.
He's a big TikToker too. He's definitely been balling out for sure. But we'll kind of wrap it up there, Nick, because it looks like our live stream's dying down a little bit. But we appreciate everybody who hung out with us for the last half hour. We're gonna stay with you guys till the end of the KU Michigan State game, but it doesn't look like it'll be all that exciting. We might hop back on. Later if we can get an exciting finish in the Kentucky game. But just a reminder, also we are on Kentucky tonight for anyone who is still hanging with us as a free pick for you guys. It's on the Book It app. Make sure you guys download the Book It app. Follow us at Dead Prize Picks on the Book It app, and we will definitely hook you guys up with a bunch of free content and free picks. Nick, anything to add here late before we wrap it up? Because it doesn't look like we're going to get any crazy finishes here on the early slate.
This Kansas game's been kind of boring the second half. Lots of points, unfortunately, but it should be a blowout. But I mean, we're going to hang on here at least to the end of the game. Like Matt said, we're pumped to be with Book It. We do a lot of fun stuff on there. We have a lot of fun stuff planned. We're going to give out a lot of picks and stuff on there, which who doesn't love free picks? I'm sure a lot of you guys, that's the only reason you might be on here is looking for free picks. So if you're looking for free picks from us, definitely download the Book It Sports app. Follow us. We'll be giving out a ton there. We're doing a lot of cool stuff. And we're also going to be live streaming with Book It, I believe every Monday and Thursday for the Monday and Thursday night football games. We do have to get that all straightened out. I wouldn't be against hopping on here for a college basketball game either. So, we'll see. But we'll definitely be on here. hopefully twice a week, live streaming, just kind of bullshitting doing what we did tonight. This was our first go at it, so I got to get my Wi-Fi together, kind of get that figured out. But yeah, one thing, Matt, I feel like we need is like up in like one of these corners here, is like our like bets.
Yeah, we could set that up. Yeah, like we said, we do, like I said, a lot of the shows typically we do. I don't, we don't really set up a StreamYard, so I'm not a tech guy, but I'm sure we could find a way or get our good friends at Book It to help us out with how we can throw up some tickers and bets as well for everyone. We'll stay on it, Nick, maybe till the end of this Michigan State game because it's getting a little more interesting. Michigan State has cut it to 11 with 2:39, and they're at the foul line. So 4.5, it's enough points where it can get scary late. I think we all know by how we have done before. We've seen some crazy beats late in games. How about that beat last night, Nick, on the Timberwolves that we had?
Oh my gosh, dude! I was literally woke up in the middle of the night screaming because of that game. That was brutal. What were they up? Maybe 1 point.
Yeah, I mean they were up. I think they were up like 16 with like 5 minutes left, and just to not cut like Karl Anthony Towns hits like a circus 3, and that puts it in overtime. And I mean, it was sad to watch.
Yep, I honestly forget the exact number. But I think it was like literally near 16 points that were up in the fourth quarter, and they ended up not even covering a 5.5 point spread in overtime. Like it was just brutal. Overtime is where dogs die, so I can't say I'm surprised. The fact that it even got to that point, heartbreaking.
Yes, it was sad, for sure. But we will bounce back. We ended up, kind of salvaging the night there, but it could have been a much better night, no doubt about that. Trying to check some more scores around the league, see if we have anything else close. Kansas, again, they've kind of answered every little mini run from Sparty, so I think they're going to hang on and cover this thing for all of our Kansas backers here. They're looking pretty good as this one gets closer. It's going to be a crazy total. Trying to see what it'll land. I guess it'll land like the 165 range.
Coming to this, I mean, obviously this is the first game, but just like, before the season, Kansas is a team that I kind of wasn't expecting too much out of. Obviously, they're going to be good, but like, just like consistently being a top team, taking down big dogs, like making it deep in the tournament. But I mean, they looked really good tonight. Like you said, they've answered every run Michigan State has come at them with, which is half the battle. So I mean, maybe they'll surprise me. I kind of hope they do. I like when Kansas is good.
Yeah. College basketball is better when they're always a top tier team.
Yeah.
To compete, but looks like they'll pull away here, Nick. So we've been on how long now? 40 minutes. People are probably getting tired of hearing from us. So we'll wrap it up with that. But make sure you guys do download the Book It Sports app. Again, just lastly before we close out, follow Nick and I. We're going to do a couple live streams a week. We're going to get larger ones for Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. This was kind of just we threw it together on the run. We wanted to discuss some live college bets with you guys. And answer some questions. We got a few. We appreciate you guys for all hopping on with us throughout the broadcast. And like we said, we will be back. I think we're currently slated to do this Thursday night, Nick, but we'll have a few of our other capping friends come on the live with us, and we'll kind of break down the Thursday Night Football game. And we're going to have a ton of other action too. We're going to have college basketball. We're going to have NBA. We're going to have NHL. So we'll be able to really make it fun and discuss a lot with you guys. But thank you guys for joining us for tonight's stream, and good luck with your bets the rest of the night.
Peace out, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you on Thursday, if not sooner.